My name is Jeff O'Keefe. I'm the executive director of Zen Peacemakers, and this program today is part of our regular offering. We call Peacemakers Circles, and we have guests coming and sharing with us about any number of things from week to week, and hopefully you'll join us again for another event in the future. Our dear friend R. Fitzgerald has been our guest twice before, I think, maybe more. I may be forgetting, as has Peter. So Peter and R are long time members of the Zen Peacemaker community and of the Order of Disorder. And forgive me if I appear distracted from time to time. I'm also the doorman and the recording guy. So it's a small band that we have here. So at any rate, you didn't come to hear me. I'm gonna pass this over to Aura and let her kick us off. And I've been looking forward to this because this the times we've gotten together in the past have been just so much fun. And I think this promises to be that way as well. So thank you all for being here. We appreciate your support and your community and your love. And Aura, I'm passing the talking stick to you.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jeff. I'm really happy to be back here today. And thanks for those of you who came, for the gift of your time and your precious time and your attention. As artists, we kind of don't know what we have until we share it, just like cooks. And so today we're going to be, as Peter said, we don't know what we're doing. We're going to be sharing some process with you. And we're going to start with a new thing that's being fledged kind of right in front of you, called the bird who knows everything. You're going to have a chance to put your questions for the bird, because the bird can answer anything. You want to know about relationships or makeup or the world, and he can answer anything, like Wikipedia or ChatGPT. This bird knows everything, and she will give you some answers. And then we're going to see a film of Pilgrimage, that was shown at the American Dance Guild in February. And then I'm going to do a reading and attempted moving with a new piece from the Invisible Circus of the Present Tense. Nobody has ever heard it before. And then we're going to end with showing you some vote spots that P.T. Barnum, I play the Ghost of P.T. Barnum often, and Peter and I made vote spots for the 2020 election that seem a little relevant right now for the next election. So we wanted to ask your opinion about what we do with these, if anything. And that's kind of what we're going to do. I want to just say that deadlines are lifelines in a creative process. So we'll be hearing the Fiji Ferris wheel for the first time. And a few underlying principles here are the principles of Zen Peacemakers, which is bearing witness, not knowing, and taking action. So we're going to start now.
Oh, this is where I talk?
Yeah, this is where you ask me.
Okay. I just lost the film.
Okay.
Let's see. Good start. Oh, here we
All
go.
right, there you go.
So we discovered, I'm going to show you the moment. This is about process. This is the moment before the bird who knows everything was born. In fact, it's the moment of her birth. So this is Ara playing with some birds in Grand Manan. How does it?
The cuckoo, she's a fine bird, and she wanders and she flies. And she never hollers cuckoo till the 4th day of July. Jack and diamonds Jackdaws. Well, I know you alone. Well, you're out now.
Well, that finishes. Yeah, so that was the moment, when we came in from the beach that day, that was the moment the bird who knows everything was hatched. And I don't know where the bird went. The bird doesn't always show up. But so I, oh, what, oh my goodness, what's this? Oh my goodness. If anybody has questions for the bird who knows anything, please write them into chat and Jeff will ask them. For example, bird who knows everything, what is it like to hatch out of an egg from the inside? Bird, I have to ask again. That was what it's like to lay an egg. What is it like from the inside of the egg to be born? Any questions?
We do have some questions, Peter.
What do you got?
What is it like to know everything?
Oh! 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 Oh!
I think she's improvising.
You got another one there, Jeff?
Yes, we do. Bird that knows everything. Is it a curse to know everything?
Did you write something?
Yeah, I wrote, is it a curse to know everything?
Please, everyone else mute. One more, Peter?
Oh, keep, roll it as much as you want.
Bird that knows everything. Would you rather know nothing were you given the choice?
May I? Bird who knows everything. I've always wanted to know. Did you invent AI? We've upset the bird.
Oh, no. Time for a calming question. Bird that knows everything. Did the light changing during the eclipse affect you, or did you take it in stride, so to speak?
Oh, 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 yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh,
Thank you, Bird. Thank you, Bird. Please come again. Bird, I have one more question. When we pray, do you hear our prayers? Okay, that's it. What happens now?
Oh,
That was the best performance ever of the bird who knows everything.
okay. We're gonna look at the film of Pilgrimage, which was most recently seen at the American Dance Guild Festival in New York City at the LA City Corp Theater. It was a wonderful festival. February 25th. So Pilgrimage is a duet that Clare Byrne, marvelous choreographer and musician, and I made originally in 2013 at the Dragon's Egg in Ledyard, Connecticut. And then we did it at the Comedy and Dance Festival in Brooklyn at Triskelion. And there isn't really a terrific film of those performances, but a filmmaker named Josephine Decker asked if she could make some clips of the performance, and she did, and she gave them to us. And in 2023, I came upon them and showed them to Peter, and we talked to Josephine. She said, fine, do with whatever you want with them. And Peter took the clips and fashioned a new pilgrimage from the clips that Josephine made. And we added Claire's music, a piece called Feelings. And also the person singing during the Bird little film was Wal Matthews, wonderful composer. And so we made this new film, and then Claire and I decided to get all dressed up in our costumes 10 years later and do a 2-minute entrance into the Ailey Theater before the film was shown. And just to let you know a little bit about process, what it took to do those 2 minutes was get the costumes in New York, bring them to Massachusetts, bring them down to Connecticut to the Dragon's Egg, spend a day there with Claire, fix the strings that were the metal things that were poking out with rug tape, and figure out if our midway middles were going to fit into the vests, and do all of that. And it was incredible. It was wonderful. But the creative process always takes more than we expect. So we had a great time in this pilgrimage across time. The original conception for the piece was to do something that in some way related to the 14th century Chaucer's Wife of Bath. So it may or may not make sense to you in that regard, but that was the inspiration for us. So I think that's all I need to say about Pilgrimage, but here comes Pilgrimage 2
Roll it, Jeff.
with a little bit of our entrance.
Feelings feel good. Feelings feel bad. Feelings feel funny. Feelings feel sad. Feelings unsteady. Feelings feel stabbed. Feelings feel prickly. Feelings feel head. Feelings feel weak. Feelings feel strong. Feelings feel fuzzy. Feelings feel wrong. Feelings feel handled. Feelings feel wild. Feelings feel cornered. Feelings feel child. Feelings feel tiger. When the rain pours down and soaks everything, the sun comes out and the rainbow sings. We won't forget you, precious king. Queens, kings, queens, kings. Feelings feel sea, feelings feel meadow, feelings feel me, feelings feel ocean, feelings feel sea, feelings feel meadow, feelings feel me, feelings feel ocean. Feelings feel sea, feelings feel meadow, feelings feel me, feelings 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 when the rain falls down, soaks everything, the sun comes out and the rainbow sings. We won't forget you, precious king. Queens and kings, queens, kings. You've got to feel every feeling.
Oh, hi. Okay, the next thing we're gonna do is kind of an open rehearsal of a new script I've been working on. Those of you, everybody who writes and makes things knows, like, this is like what happened the last few weeks, just trying to put this together. I have to tell you that for a while I've been sort of haunted by the ghost of P.T. Barnum. So he first appeared to me in the late 90s when I was a graduate student doing a writing course, and we were asked to make a conversation between two famous people who'd never met. And I didn't know what to do. And he started bellowing at me that he had to come down and explain to Hillary Clinton, who was being accused of having seances with Eleanor Roosevelt, that she had to get her act together. She had to understand the politics, the circus of politics, the show business of politics. So then he went away and nothing happened. I forgot about him. And in 2015 and 16, he appeared again, screaming at me once again, saying, I am really unhappy because heaven's a no smoking zone. I like to come down to earth and have a cigar. And I'm outraged that I am being compared in the press to a certain presidential candidate, because show business is not, politics is not show business, it's real life. And I, P.T. Barnum, despite the monster that I was at times, I had principles. So I made a piece called Watch the Bullies Dance, which was also done at the American Dance Guild Festival, among other places. And then later something called The Sound of One Hand Slapping, which was just in 2017, a list of things that were coming at us in the news. And I felt like our democracy was beginning to fall apart. And that was done. And then we did these vote spots cut from some early P.T. Barnum pieces for the 2020 election. They were sent out quite late, but P.T.'s convinced it was his contribution that won Biden the election. And then in 2020, he appeared again and wanted to do something called the Invisible Circus of the Present Tense, which was a lot about COVID and about the 7 principles that he was bringing to us from the circus about how to survive in this time and treat each other with a little bit more respect. He's seeking redemption, by the way, if you haven't noticed already. So now for a while, he's wanted to do this piece about the lady slipper, his first lady love, right? He fell in love with her in a woods, and he has a lot to say about the lady slipper and the environment. But sadly, she's waiting for her call to come back into the piece later. It's not finished yet. And then he wanted to do the Fiji Ferris wheel. I thought he was nuts, but that's what I'm going to read for you today. And I thought that, I think I've said enough. He was born in 1891. And this is what he wears, which I'm not wearing today because this is a rehearsal. And you'll see this costume in the films. But I think I need to put on his jacket and his bow tie, and we'll see if he manages to show up with the jacket and the hat. That might be enough to bring him around. We'll see. It's very strange when he comes. Okay, I think we're going to see what happens now. Whoa! Oh, heaven is in no smoking zone. But here I am. I'm so happy to be smoking again. But I have to admit, I am really, really tired. I am so tired of being a ghost. I'm beginning to think I'm too old to be a ghost. Been at it since 1891, 133 years at this act. Oh, I see you. I vowed to give you a show. Okay. Let's go. I'll do something right before my nap. Here we go. I'm going to give you a little fireside chat, hoping for a little spark of life. Time's a fleeting, funny thing. Ta-da! End of chat. Ever heard of Chat GPT? It was named after me. P.T. Barnum. Just kidding. Here we go. Right to the middle of today's midway, the Fiji Ferris wheel. Come on, come all to the Fiji Ferris wheel, the midwife of the midway. The wheel of reproduction. A ride you are already riding. Step up, wheel those little frozen blastocysts. 120 cells dressed in a frozen petri dish, right up for the ride. These fertilized cells are no bigger than the tiniest flower seeds. We, or each of us, once upon a time, one of these seedlings. Not yet babies, silent and frozen. Each seed radiates the divine. I bow down. Oh, here comes the hoax, the humbug. A judge grants the cells legal personhood with all the rights of a human, except that they are not a human. They have personhood, whatever that means. The humbug is partly true. The cells are divine, and partly a lie. They are not yet babies. The sleight of hand of the showman brings forth an image of the mysterious spark of life, and voila! I mean, ta-da! The audience sees a little baby in a bottle in answer to their prayers, a sentient being to save. And you, any of you, mother, a child, father, a technician, could be arrested for murder. Reminder, a Ferris wheel is just an erect merry-go-round. Off we blast. Chuck, 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 chuck. A little up, a little more up. Oh, a sudden stop. A quarter of the way up. And look, other blastocysts are being wheeled on. At this stop, my stop, the cells in my car become an embryo and attached to the fungus of the mother. It is warm, and the embryo can hear the mother singing. Up and up and up and up we go, and we land at the top. The seat sways gently and not so gently after a life and death struggle for the mother and the child. A baby emerges, takes his first breath as a human being, and rocks in the cradle of life. Oh, 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 astounded by the 360-degree view of the world. All language begins. The world appears perfect, radiant with light and colors and shapes and sky, heaven on earth. Who would want to stay up here forever? But, oops, time's a fleeting funny thing. We whirl, and I'm seasick and airsick and terrified and fighting for life and life and a ride. I'm shriveled into a cup of ash, but surely my personhood remains. Mystery of mysteries, i.e., death is certain, all life is a mystery. My little bit of ash sparks with another little bit of ash to produce a new blastocyst, frozen in fear until lucky enough to implant in the fungal softness of a mother who once herself was just a few shells. We ride the Fiji Ferris wheel up and down and round and round. Round and round and round and round. Okay, I get that in the annals of ghosts, I'm still too young to be an ancient old ghost, but I'm so tired of these visits to you through this not young woman. Bit of a freaky sideshow, don't you think? And for what? To bear witness to your rule of law? It sometimes seems that it protects living children, their mothers, their fathers, and sometimes it's just a miscarriage of justice. In heaven, lying is done. Seeds and ash don't lie. Babies don't lie. Babies who have taken their first breath need love and food and water. Seeds are seeds. Divine, however fertilized, but not yet humans. They need to grow with a mother, a midwife, a father, a world. They need to be protected. It's not wise to sacrifice the lives of mothers who care for living children for the seeds of your craven imaginations of power. Yeah. As an entertainer in the 19th century, I never thought the audience was stupid. Blind, but not stupid. Now I'm not so sure. I gave you the entertainment you craved. But what entertains you now is so craven. As my first successor, Byrne Glassman, a favorite Zen master, was fond of saying at the end of every talk, "It's just my opinion, man." Peace be with you, and with your children. Do what you can to serve the living. In heaven, if heaven were to come to earth, peace and love would be the encores. With your blast assist boat, cook dinner, drive a gas guzzler, avoid taxes, care for its beloveds. Think again. Now, we have to come back up here.
All right, says,
Okay.
now what?
Now, we're gonna show you these vote spots. Okay, here we go. Oh. All right. So the,
Okay, this is
Go
the
ahead.
part. But when you saw the previous film, question, was it jumpy or because we're on cellular? Was it okay? It was okay. It was normal film, right? Probably. No.
No.
It was jumpy. Oh, that's a friggin' drag.
yeah, oh no, Jeff's got his thumb up.
It was okay for Jeff.
Okay,
Well, good luck. We're gonna show you a 4-minute piece of film. I hope it works. So anyway, so these are the film, we need your help. So these are the films of P.T. Barnum that we made as vote spots. And they're all together. And we'd be curious if you think it's worth an effort to get them out there in some, I don't know, as short 5 or 10-second snippets on, Twitter or
they all have titles and can be separated.
not Twitter,
Yeah.
TikTok or some of those. So anyway, we're going to play you this 4-minute piece, and basically then, if you have any opinions about whether this could be politically useful or any one of them, we'd like to know. You want to play that, Jeff?
America, the greatest show on earth. Ah! Computers are so over. I never used them either.
A tweet here.
A twat there. No harm done. Rising seas, equal pay, minimum wage, the Supreme Court, principles, politics, the American dream. Ha! Mathematics, science, curiosity, facts, humanism, art, history.
It's a circus. If you lie to inflame the crowd, they become a mob, a dangerous mob that the circus clowns cannot control.
How's the story of the Emperor's new clothes working for you these days? Huh?
You really did it! You really did it! You fooled enough of the people enough of the time!
Ethics, ISIS, Korea, China, innocence, school
thanks. Free trade. Canada.
Reading
Science.
and science.
No
fun.
Leave the academic process
academic stuff
to
to the Chinese. Everything will work out now that you're boss.
In the circus, men and women work together. A true ringmaster never lets the lions loose on the crowds. The golden rule, gerrymandering, priests, LGBTQ, the rapture, greed, supremacy, kaleidoscopes of madness. Madness. Be very careful who you hire as your ringmaster. 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 Manufacturing jobs, coal mining, robots, Russians, self-driving cars, Russians, Planned Parenthood, Russians. Immigrants, fear, unemployment, billionaires, student debt. The big top is sold out. Sold out, sold out, sold out. If you don't have a ticket already, you can just forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. Forget about it. The Constitution. The Bill of Rights. Clean air. Health care. America. The greatest show on earth. Poof. Integrity. Truth. Integrity. Truth. Integrity. Truth. Integrity. Truth. Integrity. Truth. Yeah.
Is that something? Is that nothing? I don't know.
Aaron says that's something.
That's something. Hi, Aaron.
Something for everybody to see.
Our comedy tonight.
They're little, we can cut them into little 30, they're mostly cut
Oh.
into little 30-second,
5 or 10.
Oh, the whole thing.
the whole thing. Do you think people have attention for that?
Yes.
Okay. Play to corn. I agree. It should be shown around. Oh, we can look in chat. Oh, let's look in chat. How do we do that? Oh,
I don't know.
Click the chat button on the
there's a lot
bottom.
of chats. There's 28 chats. Oh my goodness.
Well, my idea is to break them up into these 5 or 10-second pieces and somehow get them launched on one of the, make the character, the P.T. Barnum character, something that people on TikTok would just repeatedly tune into because there's quite a lot of messages.
Yeah.
I just wonder if it's possible to make that happen. We never tried that before.
P.T. Barnum should have his own TikTok account.
Exactly. That's good. It should be in his name. Or it's the Ghost of P.T. Barnum, actually.
Yes.
Yeah, we're having other people who say they like the short versions, and Elizabeth, who I appreciate, who says we may be speaking to the converted, which of course is one of the issues that we're all dealing with right now, but converted, or maybe getting some more people out to vote. I mean, that's one of the things that kind of scares me about this next election, is people choosing not to vote because they don't like the two candidates, even though there's a huge choice to be made, I think. So, Elizabeth, any ideas about how to speak to the unconverted? Much appreciated.
Honestly, I think TikTok is a great idea because it spreads, and it generates interest. And even if initially, it's the converted who are interested, I just feel like you're going to have such a wider audience, and people are going to send it to friends, and And if you could especially have links maybe that went to some of your longer pieces, like to where they could see, you know, like your full monologues, that would be really
Okay.
helpful as well.
Yeah, I appreciate what Helen wrote in the text also, that we may be overestimating people's understanding. There is not a way to underestimate too many. Yeah. That's, yeah. Okay. Oh, great. Darcy, the ones where you list what's threatened, that came from 2017. That was just being overwhelmed by the news in 2017. The second one, for example, it works well out of context. Wow. Okay. Oh, Elizabeth Hess, thanks for coming. Goodbye. Okay. Put his name, P.T. Barnum's Ghost. Put his name first. Wow, Vicky, I never thought of that. That's a great idea. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Carrie, my sister-in-law. Thanks for enjoying the process. For seeing the process. Great. This is useful. Said Barnum himself, nobody ever went broke underestimating the intelligence of the American people. Bravo, Elizabeth, that's true. He apparently apparently never said a sucker is born every minute. That really wasn't his, but that's right. Never underestimate. He never went broke underestimating the intelligence of the American people. We're seeing that right now. Oh, run the captions underneath with the text. Yes, Lois, that's a great idea. Yeah.
Running the captions underneath.
Yeah, there's names of each piece, like, an honest man, a tweet or twat, the Constitution. Yeah. Adrian, hi. I wonder what is new and different and has not been asked before and told to the people who already have been seeing this and doing this for centuries. Yeah, good question. Hard answer. Yeah, I'll have to ask the bird who knows everything. Right. Wow. Yeah. Hi.
Can I just clarify? I don't mean the titles. I mean the captions, the way people use captions on their televisions when they watch a movie.
Oh, that get flows
Also
by.
because
The information is flows by. Good idea. Yeah, that's even better.
Also, young people watch with the captions on and sound down, so people don't know they're watching things. There's lots of reasons why people use captions. There's a recent story, plus accessibility, yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, Adrian, your question is haunting me because it's sort of been with me too. What's new and different? Or maybe it's that it's not. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know. Yeah.
I don't think you need to.
Yeah, New York Times had an article. Hi,
Adrian.
Hi.
Yeah, hi. Not necessarily new and different, but what it is and how it has changed over the years, so that what happens is that we're not saying the same thing. Noted that we have not created a vocabulary that will be able to capture what it is that we're feeling at this point in time.
That's
because
right.
what happens is that we never make up new words that deal with feelings of the minority of what they feel to the majority.
Right.
It is never created. So therefore what happens is that we don't have a system by which we can therefore create this. And I think in the process of doing that, we will be able to see how it manifests itself over a period of time. Sometimes it's very in your face. Sometimes it goes underground. There's coding, and there is how it is that it manifests itself in such a way that it changes its shape and form. And when you begin to go back in time, the back in time has a different, what am I saying? A different civilization or society that surrounds it. And as we go forward in time, basically we change the society around us, but we don't change what it is and how it affects us today and how it has also changed. I think that would be one of the messages, because if we say the same thing that we said before, we are saying the same things that we said before. And I feel that's what's happening now, is we're saying the same things that we said. Well, Arizona just came up. Sorry about that. We're saying the same thing that we've said before. What is the difference on how it affects us?
So are you talking about the context of history coming forward for us? Because say more about what you're saying, because it's fascinating.
Okay, so what happens is that, well, I mean, this is like, you know, I didn't make this one up. The abortion laws in Arizona.
Right.
It was done 160 years ago. There was one effect to it. The same effect now is completely different. And we have a different society that fits around it. So that's what I'm saying, you know.
Right.
And what happens is that what is the effect of going back to going forward?
Right. Yeah.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, I think it's kind of what is happening right now, right?
Right.
With a lack of making history.
I started protesting. I started protesting when I was 9.
Yes.
So now I'm in my 70s. It's the same thing. But what happens is that the effect of it and the words that you have to sort of to explain. Is somebody saying something?
Yeah, I know somebody's talking.
I'm sorry. Oh, that's in the background.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, that's sort of like what I'm saying is that you've come this far with this idea.
Yeah.
But think of it not necessarily in what it actually is, but how it affects. And if that is possible, or, you know, one of the things where it affected when it was created, it affected one way, and how it has manifested itself and how it is created now. Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense?
I think so.
Yeah.
In some of the long pieces, he talks a lot about history and where he was at that time, and what he wants now and what he's learned by living through and wanting to not be the monster that he was, and, you know, etc. But he does talk about the past and about the context of history, and who do you think you're going to be in the context of your history?
Right.
And it is extraordinarily depressing that we keep working and it doesn't change, and yet does it change? And it's horrifying. Yeah. And do we stop or do we keep going? Yeah.
I think what happens also is that he basically is saying a similar thing, or you know, this battle that we're having now in the United States is like, we will not look back and look at our mistakes and say, we will not do this, or we will therefore understand that more than anything else. I know me, along with everybody else, I look at myself when I was younger. I said, I don't know, I don't understand how I'm not dead. You know, I'm like, all of the things that I did and all of the things that, you know, you shouldn't have done, but I did do. And I have still made it to this point. but we as a country will not look back and say,
Yeah.
and recognize what it is that we have done, because we're trying to, in a sense, make it palpable for somebody. I don't know who it is, but for someone, without saying, yeah, I did that, I own it, but I also moved forward from it. Where did Ara go? Did I miss her?
Ara and Peter, have we lost you? Did you
I know, really. Where did, I think we did.
I see Ara is still here.
Yeah, the little box is there. Maybe she has to like redo something.
Let's just sit tight here and see.
Yeah.
Maybe we can conjure her like P.T. Barnum.
Everybody think Ara.
Ah,
No, really.
and now it looks like, oh no, she's still there.
Yeah, you know, technology was supposed to make everything easier, but you know, sometimes it doesn't work.
Well, while we're, I'm no substitute for Ara and Peter. But if anyone else has a comment, we can fill in. Anybody have?
It's being recorded, so you know they'll hear it. At
It
least
is being
they'll have
recorded.
it,
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna mute myself off.
We're back.
There. Okay.
Oh, sorry about that. We lost connection. I have a question. I don't know what we missed. But if I recut these spots with, let's say with, you know, captions underneath and with maybe the P.T. Barnum's Ghost as the titles, is there another word besides vote? I'm thinking forward, like trying to address what you're saying, Adrian, if I understood, but thinking forward with these spots, are there other words besides vote, action words besides vote, like care? Like, do we stamp them all with the same thing? Does that make any sense?
Sorry, say that again.
When I recut the spots, the 10-second spots,
Mhm.
is there a more useful word other than vote or in addition to vote? to
Squash
add?
No,
Trump.
No,
Squash Trump.
no,
no, just
No.
No,
vote.
I think I agree that vote is neutral, right?
Neutral.
It's not,
No.
you don't want to. I feel that the neutral word vote is not. The wonderful thing about P.T. Barnum is he's sort of like the old, I don't know, he's conservative, right? And so you can enjoy him as an independent and you can enjoy him as a liberal. You know, he sort of transcends a lot of those labels, I feel like, and vote being neutral, I think is really important. I don't know. I guess we lost them again.
Yeah,
They
it looks like
froze and-
don't take it personally, Clay.
Yeah, I don't think so. Anyway, does anybody else understand what I'm saying? Or Denman, you seem to be agreeing or saying down with. I wasn't
What-
sure what yours
What's
was.
in
It
the-
down with other words?
Not quite finished it here yet.
Okay. All right. When this is over, I will.
the repetition.
The power of the vote is the repetition, plus the slaps and the blows. It
Yes.
works like,
Yeah, that's all you need.
If
I vote for vote.
if I
vote
could
for
add
vote.
to this, and I don't know if Ara and Peter are hearing this or not, but
I
my
think
view
so.
on this is I agree with Denman to use the word vote. It is the most elemental thing that we do in a democracy, and there are people,
Exactly.
intelligent people, who are saying that it might be the right thing to do not to vote. So things have come, you know,
No.
the train has come off the rails. And I don't like
Right.
sports analogies at all, but you know, when somebody doesn't know how to play baseball, the first thing you tell them to do is put the glove on your hand. We'll talk about double plays later on. And if people are thinking about not voting or voting for some third party clown that will assure that someone I don't want to see in the presidency gets elected. And I listened to John Bolton yesterday, and he was actually somewhat clear, which was refreshing, and really talking about the risk to the Republic. Hang on, Peter's calling me. Peter, hi.
I think we disappeared.
I'm still showing you on here, Peter, but yeah, but you just dropped off now. So maybe Marcus can help you get back on.
Yeah, we're trying, but if you need to end the meeting early.
Okay.
Tell people that we'll email them a follow-up on all this, and we are thinking about these words to stamp on the end. I am going to recut these spots and make them available.
Okay, I think everybody might be able to hear you. So, okay, Peter and Nora, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Wonderful feedback.
But try to come back in. Try one more time.
Yeah, we're trying, but if people have to go.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Just to finish that thought, oops, hang up. Just to finish that thought that, Bolton was making sense the other day and saying, we need to stop this from happening. And then the commentator asked him, will you vote for Biden? He said, no, they're both equally disqualified to hold office. I'm going to vote for somebody else. So, and it's almost like not voting, because
It's falling into a trap.
At some point, if neither candidate gets 270 votes or electoral votes, Mike Johnson and the rest of the group in the House are going to decide the presidency. And so I think telling people to vote is just, let's keep it simple. Keep it simple.
I agree.
One thought, just please do this in 6 months. Thanks for listening. Well, it looks like, my friends, they are not successfully making it back in. Let's see. Lynn, do you have a comment? You can go ahead and unmute and share if you'd like.
Yeah, I was just I live in Alabama, so my vote has no impact on national elections. But I'm very engaged in the community, and what I'd like to communicate to people is a message of energizing and connection. And what do I do every other day of the year that I don't get to vote? So that's why I thought engage was not as a replacement, but maybe as a supplemental message for some of these spots, or for the same spots run at other times.
Yeah, I get that, Lynn, and I appreciate that. And I'm kind of on the other side of things. I live in Boulder County, Colorado. So my vote doesn't count, I mean, if it's, if it goes blue 81% or 82%, what difference does it make,
Well, I live in Washington, D.C., so I don't have a representative in the Congress of the United States. I can vote for president, but only 4% of the people in Washington, D.C. voted for Trump the last time around.
Yeah.
So, I have to engage in other ways, because voting isn't sufficient. But I think that for the vast majority of people in this country, voting is a very good idea.
Yeah.
And I think not voting as a protest on one issue or something, like I have a friend who's thinking of not voting because of the issue of Israel Hamas, I think is terribly dangerous.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Excuse me, I've just been called away. I'll be right back.
Okay. And friends, I see Ara and Peter trying to come back in. They are clearly having some difficulty here, so maybe we'll let this most recent effort see if they join,
We
Uh,
could do another session.
You're
yeah,
muted.
yes.
Maybe she heard.
It looks like it's not working, so I'm thinking let's go ahead and wrap up, like somewhat unceremoniously, but this is the theater after all, right? This is what happens. They're trying one more time. We'll give them another shot. It's an encore. Nope, it looks like it, well, maybe. Ara, are you there? Ara and Peter, are you there? I see them on the list, but no video and no sound.
Here's to the work.
Yes, yes. Okay, let's go ahead and say thank you all for coming. Sorry for the technical difficulties here at the end. Thanks so much for your participation and your ideas. And we'll go ahead and close down for the day. Thank you all.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful weekend.
Au revoir.